What's up, everyone? Welcome back to EVE Online, where we're working our way through the industry career agent, and this is for making mountains of molehills, and this is for the second out of the 10 missions, and it looks like it's going to be a really quick one. As you can see here, I've requested the mission, and it looks like they're wanting 150 units of tritanium, which, if we had held on to all of our Veldspar that we mined previously, we could refine that. Unfortunately, I did not, but I happen to have 840 units of tritanium here anyway, and so I could just hit accept and then hand it in immediately and be done with it. And arguably, if you started out the game much like I did, which you probably did, you too will be sitting on some tritanium unless you sold it for money. Now, I sold all of my, all of the tritanium all of the Veldspar that I had mined for the purpose of making some money so I could buy some skills and continue my skill training. But you may not be in that position, and you may have absolutely nothing available to you. So that said, since we learned the skill for mining upgrades, I can now put that online, and that's active. And so, just to walk through it, since we're doing this right now, to save ourselves the time and to guarantee this bonus reward, I'm going to go and mine just a little bit of Veldspar so that we can process it and get the tritanium that we need, and walk through it as though you were doing this mission on your own. So I'm in my venture. You could also do this if you needed to in one of the other ships, like the Velator or something. But this venture that we're in currently is a great ship for mining, so I'm going to stay in that. I don't have very much money. Looks like I've got about 300,000 ISK, so if I go to try to insure it just to be safe, which is always a good idea, well, I can do that. Okay, I can insure this for 326,000 if I pay about 100,000. So that's it's not a great offer, especially considering this next. Once I hand this in, I'm going to get another venture anyway, so I'm going to hold off on doing that. But in general, it's a good idea to insure all of the ships that you fly. Some ships are more worth insuring than others, like Covert ships as an example. You can insure it. They'll charge you something like 1 million credits for it. You'll get 4 or 3 or 5 million if your ship blows up, but buying the ship new is probably 20 to 40 million just by itself. So the trade-off is just not really that great of a deal. So anyway, I'm going to undock, and I'm going to find the dog is really wound up here. I'm going to find an asteroid field. I'm going to pick up some Veldspar, and we'll have to refine it, and that way that'll give us an opportunity to go through refining as well. So just to grab one at random, I'm going to go to Clelinon 3, asteroid belt 1. I'll warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
I've completed some skills since last time we were on. And well, I'm just going to leave this up because then I can pretty quickly and easily warp back to the station to accept and hand in the quest. So I've got the mining tab selected down here in the overview, which shows me not only the asteroid belts that are available, but also the asteroids that are available within that belt. I'm going to approach one of these. If I zoom way out, I will see that there's one other person, and they're in my same new corporation in here with me. And I'm actually going to head to this asteroid over here because it looks like they're headed someplace else. You know, I don't want to poach on their asteroid. I'm going to turn on my prop mod or my propulsion mod, which will get me over there a little bit quicker. I'm holding down control and I'm clicking on these two asteroids, and since they're right here, I'm going to actually start mining them. I'll turn that off. I'll put one laser on that asteroid and that one on the other, and I'll just sort of wait it out. Now these are going to take a full minute per cycle, and if you look here, we're getting 101 meters cubed per 60 seconds, and that's more than previously thanks to this mining laser upgrade that we've got equipped right now. So figuring out which asteroid to approach and mine, actually it looks like I've done a terrible job here. I need to go and mine some Veldspar. Scordite, I'm going to pull up a website that will tell me basically what Scordite allows, and if you go to www.fuzzwork.co.uk, it'll sort of lay out all of the it'll lay out all of the minerals that you can get from different types of ore. So right now I've picked up quite a bit of Scordite just because I targeted those thinking that everything would be Veldspar, and that was stupid. But this is the kind of mistake that you'll make, perhaps, if you're new. I do a little bit of mining on some of my other accounts. It's not one of my main hobbies, but if I want to have mining going in one window while I run missions in the other, I can sort of double up on the amount of money that I'm making in a given period of time. So just to cancel this here, looks like I went too far from the Scordite to continue. I'll activate this on the Veldspar. I would drag this over to the other screen, but I don't think that that's going to work. I tried to set up a scene so that you could see the website, but it just didn't end up working out that well. So I apologize, and I'll hopefully put a link to this website in the description of the video here, and we can go from there. So once we get one full cycle done here, I think we're going to pick up enough Scordite and enough Veldspar just in these two cycles that I will be able to get the amount of titanium that I need, because you get quite a bit. 100 units of Veldspar gives you 415 units of titanium. 100 units of Scordite gives you 346 units of titanium, so I already really have what I need. So I'll just cut that off and I'll go back to dock.
Warp drive active.
But it's actually it's a pretty helpful website. And here I might as well try it. I'll switch over, see if this works, and no, it went black. Okay, well, I'll have to figure that out on the side, because it's really a very useful website, and it can tell you how much money you can make per unit of inventory that you have, or per cubic meter. And so it helps you decide which ore is worth the most to mine per the amount of storage space that you have. And so looking at this, Veldspar is worth more than Scordite. Pyroxeres, for example, is worth more than either of those. Plagioclase is worth more than all three, and so on and so forth. So anyway, so we got to take these, drop them in our item hanger, and now we've got these two. I'll select them both by holding down Control and left clicking, and then if I go to reprocess, you can see that this is the amount of mineral that I'm going to be getting from 2,281 units of Veldspar and 1,352 units of Scordite. This little reprocessing window also has a lot of information in it. So if I hover over the Veldspar, I'm showing that the base yield for the station is 50%, as you can see here, and that gets increased if I happen to have a skill in reprocessing efficiency or Veldspar processing, because this is Veldspar. And then if I hover over this, it'll be the same two skills, reprocessing and efficiency, plus Scordite specific processing. So when people refer to having maximum reprocessing skills, this is what they're referring to, that they'll get the maximum, they've got all three of these skills maximized out to level 5, and as such they're able to extract the most resources out of any given ore as possible. And so that'll also show up here if you're like if you're in a station that caters to, or that has modules in it that actually lead to a higher level of reprocessing, it would show up here as well. And yeah, and so the taxes and the rates that we talked about in one of the previous videos also show up here. So I'm just going to hit reprocess. It cost me 1,400 units, and I've got the tritanium that I need. So I now see that I've got 150 units. I'm in the station that I need to drop it off at. I can accept the mission and then immediately hand it back in. I get the payout minus the tax rate, and we're good to go for the next mission. So it's really easy, and because this was this venture was one of the rewards for it, if I look in my ship hangar, there's another venture waiting for me. So if I manage to get this one blown up, I've got another one here, and we can't be too stressed out about that. So that's level 2, or making mountains of molehills 2 out of 10. We're ready for 3 out of 10. I'll break it here and start that in another video, but thanks for watching. Hit me up in the comments if there is a particular aspect of the game that you want me to get into. If I don't know about it, I can learn with you, and we can sort of go through the process together, and hopefully you can learn from my stupid mistakes as you watch me inevitably make them. But by all means, subscribe if you haven't. Tell your friends if you enjoy the game. I've got a number of links below. The ones that link to Amazon for purchases, I get a little bit of a kickback from Amazon for that because I'm an affiliate. And the link to CCP's website, where you can sort of sign up and try the free-to-play version, that also actually would benefit not only me in that it gives me items in game, but it also benefits you in that it gives you about 2 weeks worth of skills in skill points, and that's quite a bargain. So hit those links. Let me know if there's something more that you want. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.